Hello, Shazzie here. I am on my VIP couch with an amazing man, because everyone I interview is amazing, and a guy next to me did this thing called inversion therapy on me, which I'll show you a clip of during this video. And it was so fascinating, I thought you needed to know a little bit more about it. So let's welcome Paul. Hello, Paul.
Hi, beautiful people.
These are my Vipsters that are going to see this.
Mm-hmm.
We had a Vipster there, didn't we? A VIP member.
Who did we have? Who was a VIP member?
The beautiful one with the golden hair.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
There were many.
Beautiful. There were many beautiful people. Right, Paul. So you are an inversion therapist.
That's right.
Can you explain what that is?
Well, essentially, it's going upside down and going back to the womb. And how you do that is, well, of course, you'll see the pictures, so you can see physically what happens. But physically what happens with me lifting people up in the air and juggling them on hands and feet and turning them upside down isn't really the thing. The thing about inversion therapy is that it's a stargate, an opportunity to let go of the judging mind and sink into the only still thing inside the body, which is consciousness, being, awareness. So that's essentially what it's about. It's basically yoga in its essence.
Wow. Yoga in its essence, and you know how much I love yoga. So what I felt when I had this was no sense of gravity or awareness of where I was. And I think that's a normal thing, isn't it? You don't know where you are, you're just suspended like a bat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the beautiful thing about it, that because the mind can't hold on to any physical horizon and you really don't know where you are because you are being just balanced by someone else completely, that your mind wants something to hold on to. So it starts seeking inside, and the first thing is the body. Is there anything? But the body's moving, and then you go into the mind's moving, and the emotions are moving. So what's the only thing that doesn't move inside? And so that's the gravitation. Slowly come to identify with consciousness as true being, rather than identifying with body and emotion.
So I was talking to Paul about how long he's been doing this and the fact that he teaches it now. So I want you to know about this, because if you feel like being one of the most unique therapists in the world, then this is the job for you, and it's a big old training, isn't it?
Well, yes it is. To do the balancing act up in the air does take a little bit of motivation and focus, because we don't drop anyone. But also a really nice introduction and a way of using it therapeutically in a very powerful way is to balance people on gymnastic balls. And this isn't in the way of doing physiotherapy or working with the bodies, although it's great for the body, but it's essentially, again, the same journey into finding your centre, going to your centre and letting go of everything that isn't who you truly are, whether it's emotional or whatever, but also has many wonderful effects for neurological disorders. So I treat many people, and often young people, with like attention deficit, autism and so on. So it has its place as a physical and a psychological therapy, very much.
And what kind of results do you get from, say, someone with a severe autistic situation? What actually would happen?
Well, autism, Tourette's, Asperger's, what I seem to find is the energies drop down, where you've got this very high tension going, very often in the muscles. But certainly in the mind, that very much slows down. So you see deep relaxation, and usually the pattern immediately is stilled right down, and then occasionally you get very powerful results where it just disappears. So that does happen, but it's not like it happens every time. But there's always a shift in the direction of slowing down the mind, helping people who have difficulty connecting their brain patterns with their body patterns, helps them very much get into this connection. So that's really what it's helping with, is a deeper connection, so that people feel more a oneness rather than this split that you get with some of these neurological problems.
Yeah, that does seem to be it, doesn't it? That I know somebody really well who's got autism, and he wants to do things to relieve the symptoms of the deep stress that his brain is under constantly. And you know, they've done some amazing therapies with him, which have made huge shifts. And yeah, I'm just thinking, wow, another.
Yeah. Well, it's so easy, and actually, and this is the nice thing about it, is that you've got the headstand, the shoulder stand, the handstand in yoga. There's plenty of ways of doing it yourself by just hanging yourself forwards over the armchair of a sofa, over the edge of the bed. So it's really easy to get your head below your heart. And classic in yoga, it's the best. It's the king and queen of poses, because they give you the most benefits, and anybody can do it. And of course, acro yoga now is becoming very popular. And I've seen on YouTube, there's a thing. People post pictures of themselves doing aeroplanes with their friends, and they get them up on their feet on the bed, and they fall all over the place, and everybody laughs and has a good time.
Yeah, I do that with Evie.
Yeah, of course.
She loves it.
And that's where people know it from, is because you naturally do it with your kids, and then they get to a certain size and age, and you can't do it so easily. So you tend to stop. But so this is really grown-up airplanes.
So the aeroplanes that you play with your child actually has a neurological benefit?
Absolutely. And it's so many levels, because you're bonding in such a beautiful physical way. But yes, certainly once you take someone up in the air and they're in trust, then when we go into trust and we surrender, there's a calming to the whole of our system.
Oh, interesting. So, okay, inversion therapy, right? I'm loving inversions. I quite often have in my bed my feet up, or my bum up in the air and my head down, and I never sleep with a pillow. And you know, there's quite a bit of stuff about it. It doesn't relax your endocrine system if your head is above your heart.
No,
so you have
that's exactly it.
So can you explain that a bit more?
Yes, this is a very powerful effect with putting the head below the heart, is it stimulates the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland is the master controlling gland for all your hormone system. So as soon as you get your head below your heart, you are balancing a whole lot up. So thyroid problems, and of course doing the shoulder stand and the plow will really, really help with the thyroid. But upside down is helping with a lot. And so I treat quite a lot of women with difficulty with menstruation, or where their menstruation has stopped, or difficulty getting pregnant. And so anybody having hormone disruption should just regularly go a little bit upside down, 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the evening. And you'll find if you do that regularly, a little bit often rather than lots on the weekend, that it will bounce up your hormone system. And perhaps something for the ladies, that one of the guinea pigs at one of our practice groups, who was hanging upside down for hours once a week, told me that her breasts had become firmer and larger. Just pass that on.
Because, yeah, they're pointing the other way for a change, aren't they? The gravity's not pulling them that way.
Well, that may be part of it, but mainly it's clearly hormone.
Right.
It's clearly boosting. Well, I wouldn't want to know whether it's the estrogen or progesterone that would account for it. But what it clearly shows is that hanging upside down balances your hormone system
on every level.
On every level.
Oh my God! I'm going to go upside down. Will it shrink my bottom?
It will shrink your bottom. People have been known to lose weight, so upside down is also very good for losing weight, or putting on weight if you're underweight. So because of this effect with the hormone system.
So it's a regulator.
When it's a regulator, so it's improving the regulation of your entire system.
Amazing. Wow. So, right, okay, this is your challenge for today. If you're watching this, go upside down for at least 10 minutes. So a shoulder stand, a headstand, or even if you're just on your bed, put a pillow under your bum, stick your legs on the wall. And yes, or go the whole hog and have a session with Paul.
Yes. And let go of the breath. When you go upside down, let go of your tummy, let go of the breath, and just release all the tensions in your body, in your mind, in your emotions with the out breath. Just empty until you reach nirvana.
Yeah.
It takes just 10 minutes.
10 minutes to nirvana. Who'd have thunk it? All right. So, do you teach this to other people? Yeah,
I do.
So, what's the score there? How does someone go about learning if they want to learn how to do this?
Well, they come and get some sessions because learning something you don't know what it is just because you see a picture and you think it might be interesting is not the great way to start. Come and have some sessions and see that it's something that you really get excited about. You need a really good motivation because this is a tough thing to learn. So you need to really have it burning in your, like a fire in your belly, and start dreaming it at night and really want it. But that's the one where I'm balancing people in the air. On the ball, it's easy to learn 6 months training, and you need to have anatomy and physiology as a basis, and preferably some caring skills or therapy skills.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you based?
I have a website, so I'm available London, Sweden. I will travel anywhere in Europe, but the last course was taught in Reading, in the UK, and then partly in south of Sweden. So it depends where most of the students are. I can also take apprentices occasionally, and that works as well.
Yeah, that would be a really beautiful thing if somebody was really into it and should just hang out with you and learn.
Yeah, learn on
from
the job.
Yeah.
Yes, we got that, but we got to the superficial things like Nirvana and boobs. So let's get to
the non-visionary and paradise benefits.
All right. Let's go with the body first. Balance is a hormone system. It's a way of treating hormone disruption, headaches, migraines, depression, neurosis. Strangely, upside down is classic yoga cure for depression and neurosis. You just keep at it, and it works. Lots of different reasons there. Back pain, neck pain, one of the obvious things when you've seen from the pictures, you're hanging upside down in complete relaxation from the hips. The whole of the spine is able to open up and to adjust with these gentle yoga stretches into good shape and comfort. And then you have, it's a classic way of treating heart disease. Sounds very strange because the doctor will tell high blood pressure patients don't go upside down. But that's usually because you put your head under the sink to do something strenuous, or under the car. So this is complete relaxation, and it is a way of taking pressure off the heart. It's the only known cure for heart flutter. And so any of you having that particular problem, it is caused by stresses, but regular upside down will completely take it away. And then a lot of stomach disorders, because again, a lot of stomach disorders are stress related, and because the movements actually do a very deep massage of the internal organs, and the plough position at the end is a way of placing the intestines and the kidneys and the soft organs, putting them in their right position so they're not under stress. So many things on the physical level, and then benefits on the emotional level. It is a beautiful way of getting in contact with stuck emotions and releasing. Sometimes they're very cathartic and there are lots of tears and screaming, but on the whole it's just very gentle crying and just easily releases. So a very beautiful way of releasing old stuck stories in the emotional body.
That's amazing. All right, so we're going to go upside down now. I want you to join us, and I want to say goodbye from me and goodbye from Paul.
Goodbye, you beautiful people.
Adios.
Adios.